everybody, this is Letty. It's Monday morning and I'm here to share with you guys a couple of projects that I've been working on. It only took me a day on each project, and you know, it took me 2 days total, only because I would stop in between to do chores and attend and make dinner, and you know how those things go. So anyhow, um, this is this is something that I was working on because I wanted to make something, a gift for my dear friend Edie. So Edie, girlfriend, let me just say that if you're watching, turn it off. Stop the video and maybe watch something else or create something. Because if you want this to be a surprise, then stop the video and wait till you get it so that you can be surprised. So anyhow, this will be going out tomorrow, Tuesday, because I still need to put the box together and put other goodies in there, and yeah. So okay, enough chatting. So let me go ahead and start here. I made her this beautiful card, and I made it this way, and I'll explain why in a little bit. I hope I'm in frame, because I'm gonna have to, yeah, okay. So anyway, I made it this way because I wanted to add a little something extra in there for her to be able to use on whatever, whenever. And so so this is not your normal kind of card, that we send with our racks and swaps and such. This is a little different. Okay, so what I did here was I used Stampin' Up! Paper. Okay, and what I did to the paper here was I'll try to add my dimensions. I'm still kind of getting used to editing at the end, but if not, then you can just PM me and I'll send you the dimensions on the, on all the cutting. So anyway, let me go ahead and start. This card here opens up and it has some goodies in there. Okay, now with this card here, what I've done is I went ahead and I added this ribbon back here. Okay, and it kind of wraps from right here, this at this end. It goes around and it wraps all the way to the back. Okay, and then I added this piece of cardstock here in the back to cover the ribbon, and I could have left it alone like that, but I decided not to leave it like that. I don't like anything showing, so I covered it up. And then before applying my red cardstock on top, which is my my mat, I went ahead and I added this ribbon that I got in one of my Happy Mails from Scarlett, the Scrapping Pekingese. Thank you, Scarlett. And so oh, and this ribbon here I bought through I bought it on a little um it came in a little sack with a bunch of little goodies, mixtures of Christmas themed ribbons and lace and twines and all that good stuff, and some fibers that I got from this lady that was getting rid of some embossing powders, and I got a couple little baggies, Ziploc bags. So anyhow, so this came in that collection, and then what I've done right here was, and I forgot to get it. Let me get it here real quick. Won't take me that long. I'm sorry, but it was my spellbinder. Sorry, I thought I was all ready and organized. It came from this spellbinder, okay, and it comes with 6 die, and it's the scallop here, or blossom, okay. And I went ahead and I used these two here, not the very big one, but the second biggest, and then the third biggest. I used these two die cuts right there. And what I did was I went ahead and I used again more Stampin' Up! Cardstock here, and then what I did to it, I went ahead and I went around it with my stickles, and that's the it was called the frosted, yeah, frosted lace. Okay, using that, and I think Scarlett sent that one my way sometime back in one of our racks, and And then for this stamp right here, I used this one here that I picked up some time ago. And I didn't use any inking on this one. What I decided to do was I used my colored pencils that Edie sent me. Thank you, Edie girl. She sent me some time back on one of, my happy mails that she sent my way. And all I did was I colored it in with color pencils. So, and then to, so what I did, I went ahead and adhered these two together. And as we all know, using our ATG gun, okay, which I'm having tons and tons of fun using that. Very smooth. And then so I adhered these two together. And then to adhere that to my card, what I did was I went ahead and I added some, pop dots, the square ones. I don't have any of the round ones, so I had to use my square ones. I just went ahead and added one up here, and then I added one in each little petal of the flower. And then, let's see, well, yeah, I went ahead and I added this lace right here onto my red cardstock or mat, and I just kind of adhered it in the back. I didn't wrap it all the way around, just, to about this much that wrapped. And it has some wire on the edges, so it already kind of gave this scallop here a little bit of dimension, but with the tapes, with the pop dots, it helped it, of course. And then, right up here at the top, I went ahead and used my little Joy uh, stamp block, and I embossed that with some white embossing powder. Okay, and then down here I used these little plain white flowers that I had picked up at Walmart some time back, and all I did was I painted those with some folk art paint, and that's the metallic Christmas green. And I used two of the flowers that I stacked up together, and then I used another one which I only did the little tips, and then I did the center, and then I just feathered everything else upward just to give it a little bit more, more color in there. So that's what I did there. And then here on the edge of my mat, I used my white gel pen that I picked up some time back at Joann's. I used that one. And then I just went around doing that little stitch, technique. And then here at the top main base card, I went ahead and I used my gold gel pen as well. And I did the stitching technique as well. And this one here was actually sent to me in one of the happy mails that Edie, thank you Edie girlfriend, sent my way some time back. So in the back, I did the stitching again with the gold pen, gel pen, okay, all the way around. And then this one here, this one actually came, I don't have it with me, but it came in a pack of, I don't know, I'm gonna say like maybe 10 of them. And I showed these in one of my haul videos some time back. I picked them up at a Goodwill, and they're adhesive, they're stickers. So I thought these would make really good, like for embossing, or I don't know, just that's the first thing that popped into my mind when I saw them, that you can emboss in it and use it as a, the main focal to your card, like up here in the front. But this time I used it in the back, and I try to use some flocking, some of that flocking powder or whatever you call it. And I was gonna try to do a little flocking, you know, label, but it was starting to, come off because it's like, foil. So it came off really, real fast. So then what I did instead, I cleaned it all off, and I went ahead and I left the embossing imprint. If you see that, that's the little snowman. And using this stamp set right here that Scarlett sent my way on our last little rack that we did together. So I'm sure that you can probably see the little embossing there. So then I didn't, sign it in the back or anything. I don't think I'm going to, because I thought about maybe she, since I wanted to send them to her so she can use, um, I didn't want it to have, anything of my signature or anything like that. So Okay, let's go ahead and begin by opening this card. And I'll go ahead and come down here, move my pins, and I hope I'm still in frame. So, then she's going to be able to open it like that. And what I did instead, like we always write on our, inside card, is I went ahead and I made a separate little mat for my note, okay? And I used here, sorry, I had to cover my, a little message. I used this little corner punch right here using the Fiskars punch that she sent me. It's a corner punch. And I used this one right here. No, this one, sorry. This one right here, okay? And I used that one on all the four corners. And then around the base card, I went ahead and I went over it with one of my pins, but this time it was using the pink one. And so I just did all four corners, if you can see that. I did all four corners. And then here was using my tattered floral, let's turn it this way, my tattered floral die cut, or die, that she sent my way last week for my birthday. It's my birthday tomorrow, so another day older. And so I added the smallest little flowers there just to give it a little bit of, decoration to the card. And so here at the back, because this card's going to be removed from the, from the main card or this little note, I went ahead and I added this little stand here on the back. Okay. Let me move this back a little. And what I've done here, I hope you can still see me, is I did some little, bending here because it's going to be a stand. And if you see the brad right here, it's back here as well. And then you see a little hole right there, and I put on there, keep this end in the inside. So what that means is she's going to go ahead and connect those two together, and she's going to open up the brad, and she's going to pass it right through the little hole. And then once she does that, it's going to stay in place just like this. Okay, and when she does that, then it's gonna stay, on her, I don't know, wherever she displays it. And this way she can remove it from the, main card that I've made her, because it's got other goodies in there that she can use. So that's what it's, what it's gonna do. It's gonna be tacked together right there. So right now it's not, because we can't leave it like that. It's got to go back inside the card. So I went ahead and did that. And then now for the card itself, move this out of the way. Now for the card itself, as you can well see, it opens up, just like so, and it has two pockets. I've adhered this end right here and this end right here. And again, as I had mentioned before, using my HG gun. And oh, and the only thing that I had to use hot glue on was on this flower right here, and on another little flower that I'll show you later. So there's two pockets here. The first pocket over here on the side has a little card, and using my Tim Holt die that I just got last week, this one right here, and I had so much fun creating these. Now I went ahead and cut that using that one here there, and then I used this stamp set that I picked up at Big Lots, and I used this stamp right here. Okay, and that made this little stamp inside. And then the Merry Christmas. Okay, give me 1 second real quick. Sorry, I thought I had everything here with me. I used this stamp right here, and I had to do the Merry first, and then I did the Christmas. And what I did was I went ahead and I colored in the Merry using my Stampin' Up! Markers, and I stamped it, I stamped the Merry, and then I went back and I cleaned it off, and then I did the Christmas at the bottom. It was kind of hard, but I got them in there, and I think I did pretty good. And so what you do here, or what I did here, is I went ahead and I used my white gel pen again, the stitching technique, and I just did the outside. And only what shows. If you notice how I didn't do it right there because the ticket covers it. And then I did it right here in this area. So this one right here was using Stampin' Up! paper stock, cardstock again, and it wraps all the way around. And I didn't do anything to the back because, you know, nobody's going to see the back. So what you do is you just lift this a little bit up, and then it opens up like this. It unfolds. Okay? Just like that. So that's what I did there. That's one card. And then here in the other pocket, I went ahead and I added these other goodies that she'll be able to use like on the front of a card or something. I'm sending her 3 of the snowmans that she'll be able to use. I made her this little card using my Martha Stewart baker's twine, and I used the red one, and I just, you know, made a little bow. And then here, I don't think I have it with me, do I? Yes, I do. Using this little stamp set that Scarlett sent my way. Thank you, Scarlett. And I used the ho 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 there and stamped it right there. And then for the little snowflakes, I came back to this here and I used this little snowflake right there. And there's another little stamp set that Scarlett sent my way sometime back. Well, I'm going to say a couple weeks back or last month on our last little rack. And so that's that. And then on this one I just simply, this is something I already had. And I don't know where I picked this up, but it already had the stitching like right here. It's not any kind of pin or anything. It's an actual stitching. All I did was I used this Santa here. And instead of using, you know, like we normally stamp everything in black, I decided that I wanted to use it. I wanted to do some red in there. So what I did was I went in ahead and used my Stampin' Up! Pad in Rose Romance. So I used that. And then for my little poinsettias there, I used my, again, Stampin' Up! And this is the, oh, I'm sorry, that's not the one I used. It was this one, the Forest Foliage, something like that. I used that. So, I thought maybe, you know, doing the Santa and these in color, you know, would look a lot better. You know, everything's so colorful and stuff. So that's another pocket that she'll have and little goodies. And so let's move on to the big project that I've been working on. Now, this one here I made because I'm not sure if she has one for herself yet, but already. But I went ahead and I made this one here for her. And it's probably not going to catch it all in frame, but I'm going to have to move it around a little bit and pick up my camera. Okay? And I did the palm theme because she loves palms. Okay? She just loves palms, and if you see her videos, you'll notice how her scrap room is nothing but palm trees. So what I've done here is, let's see, turn it this way. This flower right here was using my Alterations die, the tattered floral that she sent my way for my birthday. My birthday's tomorrow. So she sent me that in advance, or, you know, an early birthday gift. So I used it here, and I used it in the other corner. Okay, and then right here in the center, I used it again, but this one was using the smaller, you know, the smaller dies, you know, the this one right here. I didn't use the big one because I didn't want anything too big sticking out. You know, I just wanted to keep it kind of simple for her. So, but on these corner ones, I used 2 of these, and I used 1 of these. And then I used the center one, the little one right here. And then right at the center, I used a couple of small little brads. And then this one has like a hot pink or a magenta, like a maroon color, to kind of go with this flower right here, and to kind of go with these little flowers right here. And that's why I did this one this color. And this is using nothing but cardstock paper by DCWV. And the same thing with this paper. I believe this paper was DCWV. So what I've done here was I picked up this frame at a Goodwill back in my hometown when we went to go visit my son last week. And oops. And so I didn't do anything to the frame because I didn't want to mess it up. I just wanted to leave it alone. I thought this one was a nice texture and everything, so I didn't touch it. All I did to it was I came around all along the edge, and I went with it. I went and adhered some of this little pearls that I picked up at Joann's, and then after that, what I went ahead and did the day before I started my project was I went ahead and cut these using my my Cricut and using the Life is a Beach cartridge, and I did them at 6¼ inch, and then I glossy accent those, okay, and I left this one popped up just to give it a little bit of dimension, and this one I went ahead and I had glued this one and this one. I had glued everything onto this paper, these. So so then I had to leave these overnight because of the glossy accent. So then the following day I went ahead and I started working on everything, and I did some shells that came from Amanda, Scrap Diva 0804. Thank you, Amanda. And I used that shell there and this one here, and I added a couple of little pearls that I had. This one was a bigger pearl because it's a bigger shell, and then these little shell beads, and I added little pearls right here on each little shell, okay, and then I put a little fish there, and then I put a snail or whatever that is right there, and then I think I mentioned that I used these little ones here on each corner. Let me pick this up a little bit. Sorry about that. And then in the inside, sorry, right here I used the smaller pearls, and these are flat back, so I had to kind of like, I don't know, just use those because I wanted to decorate it a little bit with some pearls in there. So I made my own little design all the way around. On one side, went onto the top, and then onto the other side, and then I added this little butterfly right here. That one was using some of my butterflies, and they're actually they're flat. Okay, they're flat and they don't have a body or antennas or anything. So what I did was I went ahead and I bent it up so it can have some dimension. Okay, and I inked this one up using my alcohol inks. I used the red and the blue. I don't remember exactly colors, but it's the brightest red and your blue. And then I added some of the little pearls right here to add a little body, and then I added some little twine that I have, some jewelry wire to make the antennas right here. And then I just hot glued that on there. Let's see what else. So then what I did right here for the name was I used some grunge board, and I picked up this grunge board in my hometown also at Big Lots, and it was for $8.99 for the big stack, and it's the one with I don't know, like maybe 4 or more different fonts. So I choose this font because it was perfect size for the space that I had to to place it in. So what I did was I went ahead and I used my Tim Holt embossing folder, and I did this little embossing right there, and then oops, and then I went ahead and I went over it with my distress ink, okay, but it was yeah, with the walnut, there you go, the walnut stain, and I just kind of like rubbed it over like Tim does it, and then I just got my my little uh, tool and just kind of smeared it a little bit more over, the ink. And then down here at the bottom, I used this, let's see if I can show you here now. Right here at the bottom, I used the this lace right here, and I actually went around to the back a little bit so it can wrap a little, and then I came around to the front, and this was using some trim that I got from Scarlett, Scribing Pekingese. Thank you, Scarlett. And oh, and the bottle I got it from Amanda. I got this one in our little um, swap or rack that we just did, and this one came in my batch of goodies, and so I added some little glitter in there, and I went ahead and I glued that down with my hot glue. So all these pieces right here, these little shells and everything, was glued with using the hot glue, and like I said, this one and this one, and then the name, and of course all my trim, my 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 little pearls was also using the hot glue. My flowers. Um, this one here, the name I ran it through my Xyron, so then it had that back sticky part, so it gave me that that adhesive on there, so I was able to just use that, and that's what I used. I just ran the letters through my Xyron. And that pretty much covers everything up, you guys. So I hope you've enjoyed my video, and leave your comments. And I hope you like your gift, girlfriend. And so, gosh, I hope I'm still in frame. But anyhow, thank you very much, everybody, for stopping by. And I hope that you liked my video. And Edie girlfriend, once again, I hope you like your gift. And everybody, thank you so much. I love you all, and see you real soon. Bye.